You ever notice the people who say family first really mean you first? Your time, your money, your peace. Hand it over. Stay with me. This doesn't go where they expected. It started at a Sunday cookout in Maple Ridge, Ohio. I kept my voice easy. I'm excited for our fall trip, I said, passing a plate of grilled corn. In my head, it was nothing. Small talk, a bridge back to normal. My father, Rick, didn't look up from the smoker. He barked that laugh he saves for jokes that aren't jokes. Trips for family, he said. Meaning, without you. The patio snickered. Like empathy got turned off. Mara, my sister, laughed that sharp laugh, the one that always finds a target. My mom, Lydia, lifted her plastic cup like a toast. I didn't throw a fit, didn't plead, just stood, left my unopened bottle of Pinot on the table, and walked out to the street where the cicadas hummed over a box fan. You ever hear your heartbeat in your teeth? That. 4 days later, not 5, my mom reached for $6,200 she assumed would still be there. The same joint account I'd set up years ago, just in case. A minute afterward, that account no longer wore the name Household Helper. I tapped edit, breathed once, and wrote, "Settle your own." Their group text, Ridge Family Chat, lit up like a pinball machine. I didn't answer, not yet, because this story didn't begin at the grill with the smoke and sarcasm. It started years before, with smaller cuts that looked like favors and sounded like love. I teach 5th grade. My life runs on lesson plans, crumpled worksheets, and the smell of expo markers that never fully washes out. My weekends used to belong to them. Drives across town to fix a router. Venmo for just this month's electric bill. Grocery runs when the cashier's face went polite at insufficient funds. And yes, they said thank you. They even posted holiday photos. Funny thing though, you can stand right in the middle of a picture and somehow never get tagged. Here's the part I don't love admitting. I liked being useful. It made me feel anchored, needed, until needed blurred into used. And I couldn't tell where care ended and expectation began. Avery noticed first. My partner, the steady kind, the spreadsheet kind, the let's price that out kind. Last spring, she said, you know they only call when something is cracked, or due. I told her she didn't get it. In our family, guilt is a dialect. She didn't laugh. She was right not to. Then came Vermont, a 2-night cabin we found on a Wednesday sale. Thin walls, thick quilts, a deck that looked out over spruce trees. We didn't post. I barely took pictures, but a cousin did, Avery and me, smiling the kind of smile that comes after quiet. 2 days later, the text started. From Mara, must be nice to forget we exist. From Theo, you've changed. From Mom, when you finally get time off, you run away. A weekend in the woods became betrayal. I didn't know I'd committed. By Friday, I was the villain, not the daughter who paid for their broken garbage disposal last summer. Avery warned me not to go to the cookout. It's bait, she said. Feels like a stage. Then Mom called, voice sugar sweet. Just us, she promised. Family only. I wanted to believe her, so I brought a decent bottle of red, nothing fancy, and practiced how to sound gentle without apologizing. This is where it turns, I told myself in the car. This is where we reset. Except resets are for electronics. People take more than a button. If you've ever told yourself, it'll be different this time, you already know how it felt. Hot smoke, hotter silence. Rick flipped ribs. Theo leaned on a cooler. Mara scrolled. Lydia hummed a half song while arranging paper plates. No one said hello. No one looked surprised. Mom slid a plate toward me. How's Avery? She asked, sugar on her words. Good, I said. That's nice, she smiled. thin as a blade. I tried small talk, asked Theo about work. He grunted. Mara laughed. Then I said it. The harmless thing. We're excited for our fall trip. Harmless, if the room wants it. Rick paused, laughed, and said, trips for family. You're not on the list. The patio burst open. Knee slaps, wheezing, a full performance. I waited for someone to say, kidding. No one did. Faces I'd bailed out and covered for stared back, rehearsed. I stood. Got it, I said. Left the wine sealed on the table. Walked to my car with keys, clicking in my hand like a metronome. Didn't drive until my hands stopped shaking enough to be legal. By the time I reached home, my phone had turned into a machine. He was joking. Don't be dramatic. You always do this. I didn't answer. I opened the banking app. Didn't close it. Not yet. I wanted to see what they'd do when the applause stopped. 4 days later, the notification came. Withdrawal request. $6,200. The number sat on my screen like a dare. I called the bank. Blocked the card. The rep asked, do you want to file fraud? No, I said. It's family. I changed the name. Household helper became settle your own. 10 minutes later, the group chat exploded. Did you change the account? Fix it. LOL. What's your problem? I didn't reply. Took a screenshot. No caption, no explanation. The air outside felt like someone had opened a window. When I came back, 42 messages waited. Mom called me cruel. Dad said ungrateful. Theo, grow up. Mara, memes. I archived it, not deleted, just filed. Avery found me under a blanket no one needs in August. You finally did it, she said. I stopped paying, I told her. For people who only see me as a card that never declines. They wanted a scene. I gave them silence. That's the thing about revenge. Sometimes the quiet click of a card lock is louder than any slammed door. Morning brought calls I ignored. By noon, Mom stood in the hallway outside my classroom. You blocked the card? She asked, eyes glassy. You tried to take $6,200 without asking. It was for family. You said I wasn't family, I said softly. She blinked. You're overreacting. You're being cruel. That one hurt. Years of giving get renamed cruelty the first time you say no. I have to get back to class, I said. And I did. That night, Avery laid out takeout containers like a map home. They're unraveling, she said. Good, I said. But the story wasn't done. 2 nights later, my front door was open. Inside, my parents sat on my couch. Mara, shoes off, scrolling her phone, chips open on my table. What are you doing here? You weren't answering, Mom said. Because you tried to take money. Rick's voice dropped low. Watch your tone. We're still your parents. Then act like it, I said. Avery came in with groceries. Rick sneered. You changed when she came around. This is trespassing, Avery said. This is family business, Mom snapped. This, I said, is a boundary. I held the door open. Out. Lydia's face cleared of sweetness. You'll regret this. I already did, I said, closing the door. The silence after felt holy. That night, I called Aunt Jo, Mom's sister, the one they call difficult. She answered on the second ring. I was wondering when you'd call, she said, like she'd been waiting. Her house smelled like cedar and old paper. She handed me a folder. You're not the first, she said. Inside, payments transfers, IOUS. My mom's handwriting, thousands for roof repair, medical emergency, timeshare. She said you were unstable, I whispered. She says that about anyone who won't hand her their wallet, Aunt Jo replied. We drank cheap wine from mismatched glasses. She said, if we do this, they'll decide you're the villain forever. They already did, I said. The next days were a soft storm. Aunt Joe's friend at a credit union helped me close everything: beneficiaries, emergency contacts, forgotten auto pays. I sent one message to the chat, a screenshot of a zero balance under Settle Your Own. No comment. Theo, what is this? Mara, you're losing it. Lydia called 7 times. If love needs you to answer every time, it's not love. It's a leash. Then came the family chaos. Aunt Joe posted old casino photos. Rick and Lydia. Same months they'd begged me for grocery help. You humiliated your mother, someone texted. I felt nothing new. That evening, Lydia came again, this time with her brother Cal, the family muscle. You embarrassed us, he said. Out of line is trying to drain my account, I said. She made a mistake. She made a choice. Lydia softened. We want peace. We canceled the trip. Let's start over. There it was, the reset script. No, I said. If you show up again, I'll file a report. You'd threaten your own mother? I'm protecting my life, I said. You've changed. I have, I said. And I'm not sorry. 2 days later, notice of concern. Immediate response required. Someone filed a complaint that I was emotionally erratic at work. I read it twice, handed the phone to Avery. They found my weak spot. Then we make it strong, she said. Aunt Joe traced it, filed for Mara's university network. No VPN, amateur hour. I gathered everything, screenshots, calls, and met a lawyer, Claudia Reyes. Sharp eyes, warm voice. We'll start with a no-contact order, she said. Then make it permanent. Within a week, HR cleared me. My principal apologized. I took a few days, not for rest, but to feel what it's like when your hours belong to you. Lydia called again. You'll regret this. Family is forever. I deleted it. Forever doesn't mean without boundaries. It can mean without access. That weekend, Avery and I packed boxes. We found a place past the school track. 2 bedrooms, real light, a park view. When the new keys turned, something in my chest unlocked too. Didn't click. It sighed. Aunt Joe showed up with folding pizza and glitter congrats plates. They won't stop talking, she said. Let them, I said. I'm not in the movie anymore. That night, I opened the banking app. The old account sat dormant, still named Settle Your Own. It wasn't about them anymore. It was a reminder. You don't have to buy your place at a table that keeps shrinking your chair. That night, I slept straight through till morning. No buzzing, no guilt, just quiet. The kind that doesn't ask for proof before it lets you keep it. 2 months later, I deleted the family chat. No goodbye, just gone. At first, the silence felt strange, like a room after music stops. Then it felt like air. One Friday, Avery and I sat on our balcony, pizza box between us, city blinking below. You think they'll ever apologize? She asked. They'd have to believe they did something wrong first, I said. She smiled. Then you've already won. I looked at my phone. No missed calls, no unread messages, just the ghost of an account that once let my love be stolen in polite withdrawals. Settle your own. For once, I didn't feel angry. I felt free. And since you're still here, let me ask you what I wish someone had asked me sooner. If the people who call you family keep taking until you're in the red, at what point do you zero it out? At what point do you rename your life, settle your own, and walk away, quietly, completely, free? Quiet revenge isn't revenge. It's a budget of time, money, peace. It's choosing not to fund your own mistreatment. It's the sound of a boundary closing with a soft, final click. And that echo? That's not emptiness. That's space. I still teach, still smell like markers, still forget lunch, drink cold coffee, But now, the emergencies belong to people who live under this roof. Love doesn't need a receipt. Sometimes I drive past the old neighborhood. The same grill smoke, the same porch light, the same rattling fan. And I wonder if they remember that unopened bottle of wine, if it became a story they tell where I'm the punchline. Let them. I don't live in it. Aunt Jo comes by on Wednesdays, brings a deck of cards, gossip about her neighbor's cat. We laugh at things that aren't cruel. She calls Avery kid, like she's known her forever. If you're waiting for the part where they come back with flowers and apologies, it's not this story. This story's smaller and bigger. It's a teacher who learned to say no, a woman who lets people be mad about her boundary and doesn't open the door to let the anger in. No gavel, no courthouse steps, just peace, quiet, earned, and paid in full. So if you need a line to remember, borrow mine. You don't need their permission to stop paying the bill for their behavior. Rename your oldest tab, the one labeled, maybe they'll change. To settle your own, tap save. Put your phone face down. Step outside. Listen to the summer insects. Let the air feel like yours again. Because sometimes the most powerful sound in a family is the quiet click of a door closing gently, followed by the silence that says, paid in full. Everyone has their own version of a settle your own moment. Maybe yours sounded quieter or cost a little more peace. What did yours look like when you finally stopped paying the price? If this story felt like a mirror, stay a while. There's more where peace finally wins. Subscribe and let the next one find you when you're ready.